What's up, everybody? George here. It's raining here in Sydney. The weather's terrible, and it's probably a perfect opportunity to do some product research. So I've got my warm coffee over here, and I've uploaded around 20,000 UPCs to Astro Advanced Analytics. So I'm looking for products that I can resell on Amazon US for a profit. Obviously, I live here in Sydney, but I sell in the US. My suppliers are in the US. I buy from the suppliers and resell to consumers in the US. I'm looking for products that are going to make me some money. So that's what I'm going to be doing over here in this video today. And let's get started. So basically, let me just minimize myself here. Oh, let me just, there we go. Just tuck myself away in the corner so you can see the screen and not me. So just going over the list. So a lot of beauty products, as you see here, beauty products. So let's just click on one and just have a quick look at one and what we're looking for in this information. So firstly, we have the name. These are the alerts. There are no alerts on this product. So we see if there's an IP alert, if the brand is a seller alert, hazmat or meltable, they're all alerts. If it's a variation, this product is part of a variation set. Now we have the images of the product here. If you want to like really go in deep, that like there's something that you want to see on an image, like some writing, you can open it up and really zoom in if you want to. You can increase the zoom there. But this one is a very simple product. You don't need to zoom in on this one. All the product details and the bullet points are just here. A breakdown of the profit. This one obviously is not profitable. You can see we sell it for $9. $9 is the cheapest price. That's Amazon actually selling it. And we get it for $6.25. So it's not profitable. If we were getting it for like $2, obviously it'll be quite profitable. But it's not profitable at the moment. You know, if we're getting this at $2, you know, we'd have $3.22 worth of profit. The recommendation is to buy. It sells 1,000 units a month, but the recommendation is to buy 330 roughly, or 334. And if we were buying 334 of this one, basically we'll be looking at making $3,000.60 for the month. That would cost us $668, and the profit would be $1,000.75. So very nice profit on this one, considering all these fees. But unfortunately, that's not the case. And because this product is actually, like I said, $6.25. Okay, so now looking at this product at $6.25, which is our supplier's price. This obviously is not a good product. Just looking at the chart here, you see that the break-even line is consistently below the buy box is consistently below the break-even line. So that shows that the price has always been a loser for us, not just now, but historically by looking at that. Over here, we have a breakdown of all the sellers. There are currently five FBA offers, 6 FBM offers on this listing. We see their stock. We see all the information that we need to see there, just over there. So that's that there. Next, we have these 4 categories of products of information. Basically, we have, let me just push myself up over here. So we have the Amazon, if Amazon is in stock and they're pricing over here, and we see that they are in stock. So this is getting a negative score because Amazon's constantly in stock. Next, we're evaluating the bestseller rank and the sales volume. So this is 18,000 in beauty and care. And based on all this data, we're looking at around 1,000 sales per month. It's a positive product, of course. It's, 1,000 sales a month is a lot. Next, we're looking at the buy box and the contenders and how many sellers there are. So there's, like we said, 5 FBA offers and 6 FBM offers on this one. And based on the actual buy box contenders, people that are close to the buy box price, we're looking at around 334 sales because we're coming on as the 3rd buy box contender. So that'll be 334. But this is the most important stat in my opinion, the break-even strength. So this one is poor. Basically, the fact that it's poor means that historically it's never been profitable. If we were to drop the price, it probably was, historically very profitable. If we went back down to $2, if we find a supplier that actually gets it to us for $2, the score becomes excellent. And you can see that the price has always been above the break-even strength score at $2. But of course, that's not a realistic price because we don't get it for $2. We get it for $6.25. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be applying some filters to this massive list of 7,000 ASINs. We're going to be applying some filters and trying to get to the products that we should be buying. So one of the main features we're going to be filtering by is the data points that we're going to be filtering by is the break-even strength, because we only want ones that are either average, above average, or excellent. Average, good, or excellent, basically. So we're going to be filtering by higher break-even strength score. We want to filter by a good bought in the last 30-day score. We want to get rid of products that Amazon is selling. We don't want any IP issues. So there are some IP issues alerts here. So for example, this one here, Revlon, there's an IP issue on that one. Then there are brand is a seller alert. So for example, this one here, Milani, brand is a seller. If we were to open up the charts, we can open up the chart from here, or we can just go to the quick view. It's the same thing. Essentially, it's the same thing. And we can see that Milani is actually selling it, and Milani is the brand of the product's brand. So the brand is selling this product. So it might not be a good idea to sell this product alongside Milani, but having said that, we see all these other sellers also selling it. So we might consider some products where the brand is actually a seller as well. Having said all that, I am 5 minutes into this, so it's time to actually start doing some product research and finding what we can buy from this fairly large list. So let's start filtering. So first filter, like I said, my favorite one is the break-even strength score. So let's only see products that are above average. Next, I want to see products with high sales volume. So let's go for the bought. Instead of the bought in the last 2 days, let's go for the share of the one where we said the recommendation. So let's make the recommendation be more than 100 units per month. Next, let's focus on products that have some profit in them. So let's look at products that have at least 40% ROI at the moment. So at least 40%. Let's remove any sellers where the product might be hazmat. So no hazmat products. False. Let's remove any products that have an IP alert. So we go to IP issues and we say select products that are less than. There's 3 levels of IP. Is orange. There's high, medium, and low. Let's see products that are less than low, so no IP issues. So there are 4 over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 filters. Let's apply one more. Let's remove any products that there's only one FBA seller, because they're most likely someone with exclusive rights to that brand. And lastly, we don't want products where Amazon has been on the listing, for too long. So Amazon in stock less than 50% of the time. All right. So those are quite a few filters. It's from 7,000 products. Let's see how many we're left with. All right. So 37. So these 37 products that we see here, these are the good ones. These are the ones that are solid. We just got to make sure that the quantities are correct. For example, this one here is a 12-pack. Does it come as a 12-pack from our supplier? 6 in. I don't know what that means. Is that 6 inches or what is that? Maybe there's 6 included. So that means, given that it's a 12-pack, that means we'll need 2 of these. So is it still profitable if we change the quantity to 2? There might be a bit of profit. No, 15% ROI. The break-even strength the score just became red. It became very weak, so we're not going to be considering this one. Let's go over some of these and see if there's anything good here. This one is a 2-pack. 21% ROI, but the current seller is an FBM seller. So let's see if we can price above them. So $7.11 is the lowest FBM seller. $7.99 and $7.48 are some of the FBA sellers. So I think we have to price at $7.42. So at $7.42, are we still we're profitable, but are we profitable enough? So we're at 32% ROI. I think that's okay. It's a decent number. If the sales are high, that seems like it might be okay. This one here is a 2-pack. Is it profitable as a 2-pack? No, it's not. This one is a 3-pack. So you probably have to go through all of these just to make sure that the quantities are correct. So you can nice thing is that you can easily do this with Astro here. If you upload your suppliers details when you upload the list, you can see their description and see if they're maybe actually some products actually sold as a 2-pack, some are not. This one is not. Some are sold as a case of 12 or something. So you got to just check that with your supplier, make sure you have the right quantity, and you can quickly see that and see where your profitability is at. So this one is a 4-pack. So that is, a lot of these are no longer profitable once you put the correct quantities in. So this is another 2-pack. 3-pack. So yeah, you have to go through a lot of these and just make sure that the numbers are correct. Just going to be going over this nice and fast right now. And then I'm going to refresh the I'm going to refresh the filters, and it will just automatically remove anything that's not good. This one's already counted as a 6-pack and still profitable. This is a 3-pack. It's counted, yes. Excuse me. So a lot of these are already considered. The packaging is already considered. I can see that they have numbers here. This one's a 1-pack, 2-pack, 24-pack. And that's all 37 of them. And the last one. Okay, so that's all the products. So I'm just going to go back. So there were 37 products in this initial filtering, and now I'm going to reapply the filters. So we're down to 22 at the moment. So of course I can check each one by one, see if they're profitable, see if they make sense, but I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to send these to a shortlist. So I'm going to grab all of these. I'm going to go add to shortlist, and I say I'm going to create a new shortlist. I'm going to call it video. I'm not sure what video this is. Let's just say video 11, and we're adding this to video 11. And let's go over to our shortlists and start inspecting these and see which ones we can actually buy and how many units we're going to be buying of all these. All right, so we have this one here. The recommendation, it's a pack of 5. Actually, this one's not profitable, so we probably might remove this from our shortlist. Yep, let's remove that. I missed that earlier. Okay, so Dr. Bronner, let's see this product nice and in-depth now. $3.40 is our profit. The recommendation is to buy 200, considering all this information. $14.24 is the cheapest FBM price, but we could probably price it up here at $16.99. Because I'm looking at all the FBA prices. Oh, no, there's a few people that are actually cheaper. $15.78, $15.55. Oh no, there's actually a few sellers, 2 sellers here with quite a bit of stock, 16 and 30 plus, that are 14 and 24. So we have to consider them as our competitors. So like Astro initially said, $14.24, so $3.40 is the profit. We could probably buy a couple hundred maybe, or maybe probably less. Maybe about 100 would be okay. So $340 worth of profit, that's fine in my opinion. So we'll probably buy 100 of these, considering the competition. There are 2. Given that there are 2 sellers at $14.24, or 3 sellers, and there are 200 sales per month, we probably shouldn't buy 200. Maybe just buy around 60. It'll probably take just a bit over a month to sell, so 60 seems like okay. $204 is still fine, so yeah, that looks good. The break-even strength is very solid. All the numbers here are all green. There's no alert, no branded seller alert, no hazmat. It's all good. So this is a go. I'm going to get 60 of these. 60 of these. So I'm going to type in 60 right there. So now we're going to start getting an order starting to form. So we've got 60 units, 60 supply units, $223. The prep will be 36 for these. And we're looking at around $204 worth of profit, which is quite high for a single unit. Next one, Fantasia liquid mousse spray, 16 ounces. Cool, that looks fine. I see a lot of greens here. I just want to have a quick look at the chart and the sellers. So there's only 3 sellers at the moment, which is nice and low. The chart looks fine. The price is a bit low. Looking in April, I see the price is a bit low. There's only 1 seller really dominating the listing, or they're not even dominating. 17% is not really dominating. 30 plus sales per month. Everything's green. The sales are a bit low. Recommendation is that there are 2 buy box contenders, so we'll be the 3rd. Buy 134. I probably won't buy 134. I'll probably buy 120. That's plenty of profit. 120 for 1 item, so 492 is the profit. So I'm going to go ahead here and type in 120 units. For this one, I see everything was solid, so yep, go ahead with that one. So now the order is continuing to form. $1,056 are the goods, and the profit is at $696. Nice. So Aussie 3 minutes, or whatever that is. Let's have a look at this one. Break-even strength is a bit tight. I see back in September it wasn't that good, but it's been good for the last 8 or so months. So it seems like another solid product. 150 sales per is our recommended purchase, considering the sellers and the buy box contenders. So 150 sales will translate to how much in profit? 150. So not too much, because it's a bit of a cheaper product on its own. It only has $1.53 worth of profit, but that's still fine. It's 4 out of 5 stars, so it's a good ASIN on its own. So I'll probably just, because most products come in cases of 6 or 12, I'll probably again buy 120 here. Next, this is a pack of 6. It is being considered as a pack of 6. So $1.17, pack of 6. My prep comes to about $1.10 if it's a multi-pack per unit. So I have to increase that there. It's still profitable. It's still 61% ROI, so that's good. Let's take a quick look at the numbers. Again, the chart looks fine. Everything looks safe here. Quite a few sales. Now, I just wanted to take a quick look at the sellers, because there are quite a few, and I want to make sure that there's only one buy box contender, because this person is priced well above 3%, 3% well above these guys. So we're only really considering this person as a competitor. But I'm going to go ahead and also consider this person, because they could drop the price. But there are only 2 FBA sellers at the moment. Okay. From what I see, no, there are 3. There's a third one right there, $27.09. Okay, so I'm not considering this person a competitor at the moment. They're priced too high, but these 2 I would say are. So instead of saying 250 are the recommended sales, I'll probably say around maybe 180, because I do kind of consider this person here as a competitor. So I'd probably buy 180, which is plenty of profit. Obviously, it's a little nice one. So there's no alerts, nothing. Everything seems safe. So 180 units it is on this one as well. And notice now, because this is a 6-pack, we're not actually buying 180 units. We're buying 180 times 6. So that is reflected here in the supplier units. We're buying 180 units as ASIN units, but as supplier units, we have to ask for this as a 6-pack. So it's 180 times 6, and whatever the number is reflected in the order. Now, this one here, I see there's an alert here. The brand is a seller alert. So we really should look at this and see if it's worth buying or not. Now, I see a very stable price, which is obviously awesome, but the brand is a seller. Now, what I'm noticing on this listing is that there are let's just enlarge the chart here just so we can showcase this a bit better. So what I'm noticing is that at some points there were like 8 FBA sellers, but it's really dropped down to here. So my guess is that this brand is kicking off these sellers. Just looking at the chart, a seller might jump on, and then the brand will attempt to kick them off. That's what I'm seeing from this. So I will, even though it's a very nice product, like you can make so much money from this product. Look at this, 334 sales per month. So just imagine selling 300 of these. That's $4,500 worth of profit. Like I would say, thank you. Like normally I'd be jumping all over this, but I'm guessing that I'll consider it. But normally, I'll do some investigating first. I'd make sure that the brand, that it's okay to sell this brand. But I'll consider it for this order, for this video. But yeah, maybe it won't. You won't be able to get away with selling this product. But I'll just put 300 for this. But yeah, in all likelihood, probably won't be able to sell this product. But it'd be nice if you could, or if I could. This one's a solid one. There's really no alerts here. I'm just looking at the alerts from the ASIN page. No alerts. There are 2 FBA offers, 8 FBM offers. Let's just check out the quick view. So the person that's in the buy box is this FBM offer $14.79. So they're really the only competitor. I would put the price over here at $16.99, and I'd wager that you would get plenty of sales at $16.99. But I kind of like to undercut people sometimes if it's reasonable. I'll just undercut that seller. So $15.99 probably get the majority of the buy box, probably get the majority of the sales. 200 sales per month, probably all mine. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this one. It's a nice and solid product. So 120 of these. Pantene 2-pack. We have it as a 2-pack, yes. Just looking at the data points here, I see nothing wrong with this product. There's no IP alerts. There are no alerts in general. The recommendation is to buy 117. I usually buy less than the recommendation. So I'd probably buy 96. So this one, Milani, is the brand. The brand is actually selling the product as well. So, but yeah, we actually saw this one a bit earlier. There seems to be plenty of other sellers, even though the seller count has dropped considerably low. It's quite low compared to historic average, but it's not a drop like that. It's not straight down, so it means they've been gradually selling off. So it doesn't look like there's any IP issues with this product yet, but there could be. So whenever you look at a product like this, always be cautious with how many units you buy. Like the recommendation is to buy 134, but I would probably only buy around 60, because it's you never know what happens with products like this. You should always be cautious. So I'm going to go ahead and type in 60 here. Okay, next we have this. It's a 3-pack. We are considering it as a 3-pack, so that's fine. A lot of sales because we're pretty much going up against FBM sellers. Actually, no, that kind of seems wrong. So the price is $19.99. Oh, there's no buy box price. Okay, so there's no buy box price at the moment. So the price is probably $19.99. You'll probably be going up against this seller right there. Actually, no, there's people way lower, $14.03. So I would consider them our competitors, $14.03. And there are at least 2-3 sellers. So yeah, I wouldn't buy what's recommended here. Probably buy around 240 units, but there's plenty of profit in that. So that seems fine. A lot of times products like this are usually hazmat, but this one isn't. So that's good. So I'm going to go ahead and type in 240 just over here. So next one, the brand is selling this product. And there's only 2 sellers. Yeah, this is the kind of ones that you probably want to avoid. There's only 2 sellers, very few historically. Yeah, don't sell this one. Just avoid. Just going to delete this from the shortlist. Okay, this is a 2-pack. The numbers are real solid here. $8.49 is our buy box price, and there are quite a few. There are 4 buy box contenders, but it has heaps of sales, 2,000 sales per month. And if at 4 buy box contenders, we become the 5th, and that means 400 sales per month. So what 400 would look like is quite nice. So $1.23, not very profitable as per unit, but it still ends up being a nice amount of profit. I think 240 is 400 is too much to buy, so I'll probably buy around 240 again. I think maybe 300. 300 could be okay. So that's what we're looking at right now. So we're now at our last 10. So this is a 3-pack. 42% ROI. Actually, what I need to do is a lot of these that are multi-packs, I need to write my correct prep costs. So we want we want everything to be correct in here. So $1.10. So these are all these multi-packs. Let's go ahead and just type in the right pricing. Okay, I think the rest are all done. Okay, cool. All right, so we'll add this one here. So it's a 3-pack. Got to be Okay, so I don't like what I see right there. There's been a drop in price over the last, the price jumped back up, but there's a drop in price over the last month or so. So looking at, things were nice all the way here, then bang, all the way down here. So unless these are FBM sellers at this price here, no, they're FBA sellers. So I will not consider this one for this reason, because I don't like what I see in this period right there, the last 2 months. Even though it was very profitable before that, I don't like what I'm seeing in the last 2 months. If it continues like this, I'll probably go ahead with it. But at this point, no. I'm going to be avoiding this one. So I might as well just remove this from the list. Okay, next is this one. Okay, the chart looks fine. The seller count has dropped quite a bit, but everything still looks good. Looks quite solid. We're going, the person in the buy box is an FBM seller at $29.99, and then we have another FBA seller at $29.99, but they're not getting the buy box, maybe because there's no delivery date there. So I'm thinking that it's a bit far away, the actual delivery date. That's why it's not appearing. Maybe that's why they're listed here, but they're not in the buy box. So $29.99 does still seem reasonable as a price. I wouldn't get 300 units of this. I'll probably get around 180, which is still very, very nice. So let's go ahead and get 180 of these. Yep, 180 of these. Next, another Dr. Bronner's product. Let's put in the correct prep fees, $1.10. Dr. Bronner's 2-pack. Brand is a seller. Okay, so what I want to quickly see here is, okay, so there's heaps of sellers on this one. So it might not be much of an issue to sell this product. But I do see they're all FBM sellers except for this one here, but this seller here, Live Bear, is selling it both as FBA and FBM. So that's something to think about. Might be okay, might not. Wouldn't buy too many of these, just buy 60 or 120 just to test it out initially, even though the recommendation is to buy much, much more. Very profitable on its own. Heaps of profit. Yeah. I'd probably just go with 120 for now. This one seems like a very similar ASIN to the previous. Yeah, pretty much identical listing. Same FBA, same FBM sellers. The brand selling the product. Very similar profit. Similar sales numbers. Same deal, 120. In all likelihood, if you're to ask for these products from your supplier, they'll give you the real answer if you can actually sell this or not. They'll probably be like, oh no, the brand doesn't want you to sell this product. So it's something you've got to consider. So this is a pack of 3. So let me add the prep costs for these previous ones. It's another pack of 3, so the prep will be a bit more. So it's down to 36% ROI. That's still fine if the sales are there, high sales volume. Okay, so what I see now is this product, the buy box seller is FBM, but they also sell the product as FBA as well. Very comfortable break-even strength, so that's fine there. 300 sales per month. Because we're going up against a FBM seller in the buy box, it's considering that we can beat all sellers, but I wouldn't actually rely on that. I think it still look like they're around 3 or 4 sellers, so I would probably only buy around 60 units of these. So even though everything else looks good, I'm only buying 60 of these. This is a 6-pack. It's meltable, so let's remove that because we are in the summer months, not here in Australia, but in the US. So let's remove the meltable. OGX. Okay, I just want to see this product here. Okay, so seeing the chart, I see a lot of up and downs over here in the middle. It seems like the bottom part are FBM sellers, the top part are FBA sellers. They're clashing there, 200 sales per month. Currently, FBM seller has the buy box. We can probably comfortably price at $19.50 and still make a huge profit. So maybe 120 units of these. Yeah, that's fine. Got 3 more to go. So this is a 1-pack, $1.70, $7.38. Let's check this out. Let's see what's going on here. So I see that the price is actually, we can price it a bit higher because there's no one at $7.23. So we can probably sell it at around, this person's $8.30. I think that's a reasonable price, around $8.30. So there's a bit more profit, but there are 1, 2, 3 competitors. So given that there are 3 competitors at 200 sales, probably you wouldn't want to buy more than 60 units of these. Yeah, 60 units seems right. All right, so 60 of these. Final 2 now. So we have Dr. Bronner's, this is a 6-pack. Let's check out the data here. So who is our competitor? We have these sellers here at $34.95, $32, $33. So $33 would probably be our price to the price, that our most competitive price. So quite a bit of profit. Definitely not 800 sales. You'll probably be going up against around 3 or 4 different sellers. Wouldn't buy too many of these, maybe 60, maybe 120 units of these. Still very profitable. Yeah, 120 of these, and it's a solid product. Last one, this is a 6-pack. So let's go ahead and type in 6 over here, and it's definitely not profitable anymore. I just want to check out the FBA, the buy box seller is FBM. Let's see if we can price above them. No, this seems like the most reasonable price, around $13.99. So it's not profitable. So let's just remove this one as well. So this seems to be our order, guys. So we're looking at an $18,000 order, 2,300 ASIN units, and 5,472 supplier units. So obviously that is considering the multi-packs as well. So this is a 6-pack. So this is how many units we're actually ordering from our supplier. $18,000 worth of goods, $2,000 worth of prep, or 2,100. So goods plus prep is just over 20 grand. Amazon fees, it's funny looking at Amazon fees sometimes, almost $27,000, but the revenue is up at 52 grand. So we're looking at a $12,500 worth of profit is projected for this order. If the prices stay at this price on this, so if they go up, it'll be more profitable. If they go down, obviously it'll be a bit less than this. But this is a nice number here, 62% ROI, and the net return is quite solid. So that's what we're looking at the moment. Solid product, like I said. Let's go ahead and download this as a purchase order. And basically what we can do after doing this, let me just, what we do right now is we download it as a purchase order, and now we have this, and that's pretty much just ready to send to our supplier. We have all the item numbers just there. The UPCs didn't appear for some reason. The supplier description, the amount of units in total, and the total cost is right there. All right, well, thank you for watching this video. Let me know if you liked it. Leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you want any more information about getting Astro and even at a discount, you're welcome to join the Telegram group, have a chat with me if you like, and we can discuss giving you access to Astro Advanced Analytics. See you guys in the next one. Bye.